Hello everyone, this is Thomas Pepin NHL Talk. I'm Thomas Pepin and let's play some NHL. So we are on Season 3, Episode 6 of Franchise Mode where I've taken over the Toronto Maple Leafs. To date, as you would see in the title and if you saw last stream you would know, we've had 3 President's Trophies in a row. First season we lost in the first round. Second season won the Stanley Cup, and then this is the third season's playoffs. So result, of course, remains to be seen, and that's what we're going to figure out today. Before we are able to sim, I'm going to have to go through a number of things here. Like pricing and things like that. So that's what we will do now. What is that? Give me one sec here. I just need to check my notes. So I have everything, again, if you've seen the streams before, you'd know, but I have everything written on a document here. So what I do, well, in this case, what's directly applicable is I record the previous season's playoff ticket prices that were optimized, and then that's what I would use as a starting point for the following season. So I'm just trying to confirm that. And what I'm getting confused about is what I was, so for the Stanley Cup final, the pricing changes, but the rest of the rounds remains the same, as long as I didn't mess anything up, but that's my understanding. Oh, I just thought about something. On that note, my requirement to have a certain number of cells might include the playoffs. So in that case, I might still technically meet the requirement. Is that in this screen? Oh no, it does say failed. Anyways, so I guess these must be the correct prices. Okay, so first we'll check this. What was the one that needed to be concessions? So I'm probably going to just go through the playoffs without repairing that because it's not of any critical importance. All right, so ticket pricing. So this is 175 to 74, 3, 70, 485. $406, $560, $949, $20, $39. Okay, so that should be right. Parking, there's no. Oh yeah, we added valet parking. Oh, and I could have been increasing this price. That's my bad. Let's increase it by 10 and see what happens. What else did we upgrade? I forget. How was the team store? So concessions and team store, I just auto-assign pricing because I played around with it and it doesn't seem to have any sort of rhyme or reason to it. So, so I just let the game do its thing because I can't. It doesn't. There's no like clear, at least to me, and because I'm not going to spend a crazy amount of time figuring it out. There's no clear logic on how it works. So. Yeah, because for example, in economics, as price goes down, sales should technically go up, and then there's like an equilibrium where you're optimizing the price and sales, and when you decrease the price, it doesn't seem to necessarily increase the sales. It just doesn't make sense. So again, there might be some sort of logic to it. There must be because somebody programmed it, but what that logic is, it just doesn't seem clear. Okay, so upgrade and maintain prices is done. Injuries, I forget if we have any. Yes, we don't have Chubrov until probably next round if we make it through. Then Foligno next game. So we got to figure out what to do there. And on that note, what are we going to do? So, do we have a replacement already? Don't think so. In theory, something we could do is either double shift a player or pull up, or we'll dress one of our defensemen and play him on the fourth line. But I think what I'm going to do is see what we have available from the AHL. I don't think we're going to have the best of options, but Boyd's injured, but he didn't play that well when he came up. Snively's done reasonably well. "32 points in 49 games is pretty decent. But still not that great. "38 and 50, still not that great either. And Simmons was just a pickup, and he's not good enough to come up. So, do I double shift or do I... That one's tough. Left wing. Huh. right wing. I think I'm double shifting Kane's the only thing that I think makes sense because we want to win, and playing a defenseman's just not going to get the performance we need. So, yeah. All right, so that's the plan. Now here, I just got to make sure all the lines are correct. So that looks good. Good. Oh yeah, that's something. So I think I've already checked this last stream because I made adjustments to penalty kills. Yeah, so that looks fine. Quick's supposed to start. Upgrade and maintain prices, injuries, goalies, lines. Did I scout? So first thing, I just want to see if there's been any changes where there's a franchise player, and the answer is no. So, yeah, so it doesn't seem like we're going to be drafting anybody this season. I think I did all the scouting. I guess not. I mean, it's not really important. I don't think I'm even going to bother at this point. What's the point? Give me one sec. I just need to do one thing here. I'll be right back. And we'll start simming through the playoffs. Just one sec here. All right, back. Okay, so we are good to go. And the thing about this, so I said this last playoffs, like this could be over super quick, and then it goes back to another off season. So, I mean, not that this stresses me out to any sort of real degree, but it's just like, you cross your fingers and you hope everything goes well. But we will see. So let's get to her. Actually, just before I start, I should save. And I'll save a duplicate as well, just in case something stupid happens. Okay, here we go. We won game one. I'm not going to edit lines yet because I just wanted to sim through one more day. That was a home game, so we need to check things. How did we do for... Oh, I should check pricing. So $10 was too much. Let's change it. I think $2 is going to be close to right. What happened here? Why is it so low? I guess we'll adjust like that. We had a sellout for everything, so that means pricing can go up. We'll do it by $4 a piece and go from there. Oh, a super funny thing that we did. I got the pricing wrong, and we had empty stands actually for one of the games last season, which is quite funny. But yeah, so far so good there. Injuries, it doesn't look like we have any new ones. Now Foligno is back, so I forget if this, oh, it does do that stupid thing. And I forget how I fixed this. How did I fix this? This stupid thing. I know there's... no, there's a way that I could have fixed it, but I couldn't remember how. So, gonna have to redo the lines, which is annoying, but thankfully I know them well. And shouldn't take too long. Slavin, Orlov, Sider, Dobson, Haig, Pareko. This one is Bedard, Hughes, Pasternak. What was it here? Puck and Orlov, I believe. Distributor is Hughes. Pasternak. This one is Thompson, Kane, Everly. Oh, Slavin's correct. And Keller. Finishers, Kane, puck carrier, Kane, distributor, Keller. I think that's right. 4-2-3-2. Okay. Whoops. Hughes, Pasternak. Is it Bedard or is it Doc for this? I think it's Bedard. And Orlov. Yeah. Oh. Thompson, Slavin, Keller. Oops. Kane. Penalty kill, what did I do here? This was... Thompson, Kane, I think. This is Slavin, Orlov, and then who's last? It's Bedard. Bedard and who? Povillier, I guess. Egg. Rico. Oh, it was Keller, I think, right? Who's better? So I guess, Keller's technically better defensively, so I guess we'll go with that. We'll switch it back for this. So Hughes. Steven. Orlov. Thompson. Sider, Dobson, and then Dard, Heg, Rico. Hughes, Pasternak, Slavin, Orlov, Thompson, Kane, Sider, Dobson, Heg, Perico, Dard, Keller, Hughes, oops, wrong guy. Duck. And Pasternak. Kane, Keller, Thompson. Everly, Bedard, and Orlov. That's fine, that's fine. Quick. Oh, and on that note, actually, we won our first game, so good job for Quick. Concern was goaltending for the playoffs, and one win is more than no wins, so that's the start. Lines are set. We can finally save. All right, game 2. Oh, look at Keller, got 3 points in the first game. Lost in game 2, that sucks. Yes, I need to check this. Pricing. How'd we do? Sellouts across the board. So we'll increase by another 4 and see what happens. Parking was fixed. So that's 43.50. How did we sell none when we, I thought, decreased the price, didn't we? I don't know. Anyways. Okay, and I forgot to record the pricing. So that was 79, 78, 74, and 89. Okay. Cool, so that's good. Shouldn't be any injuries. He's nearly back. He might actually, depending on how deep the first round goes, we might have Chubarov back. Quick only has one loss so far, so he's staying in. All right, game 3. Win, that's good. Chubarov is back early, it looks like, but we'll give it one more day because sometimes they're not fully healed when they say they are. Nothing to do there. He is fully healed, so now we have a fully healthy roster, which is good timing. I mean, yeah, you'd want it in the Stanley Cup final, but to be fully healthy at any point is pretty darn good. Okay, so now we got to figure out what to do with this fourth line. So 1 assist plus 2, 1 goal, 1 assist plus 3. That's pretty good. 1 goal, 1 assist plus 2. So they've actually done quite well on the fourth line. Beauvillier has 1 assist on the third line. And he's just even. So as odd as it is, because regular season-wise, Beauvillier was better than Hinestroza at the very least, but maybe even Podkolzin. So we are surprisingly going to sit Beauvillier. And otherwise, everything is back to normal. We're going to start with line 1 now since it's healthy. So that is that. Power play. How are we going to do this? So offensively, Bedard is better than Doc, but I believe Doc is better than Eberle. 099966. So no, Eberle is technically better. So Doc is off of the power play, I guess. 7445. Yeah. Okay. So we're going with that. Now, finisher is Chubarov, puck carrier Chubarov, distributor is Pasternak, I believe. His scoring is 98. He is 5.556. Yeah, so that's correct. The second line stays the same. And in this case, it's a weird thing. Where Chubarov is going to play center because his faceoffs are actually better than Hughes. And actually, something I was just thinking about. Well, I should wait. What do we have here? Because I think Bedard is better than Thompson. So what we're going to do is Bedard's actually going to be here. We're going to change this to Bedard. And Keller. Yeah, so Keller can go there. I think that makes sense. Then Everly comes here. So basically what I'm trying to do here is when you collapse down to 4 players where the best 4 players stay and where there's no line changes in terms of who plays with who. So here just Everly comes out. Here Thompson comes out. And then that condenses to that. This condenses to this. So that makes sense to me. But this, the distributor is going to be Bedard. I should change that on this one too. Yeah. Okay, so that's set. Now this one, how does this go now? So Kane, because Bedard is, yeah, better defensively. So then the final pairing is going to be them, I guess. So in this case, it is Chubarov, I believe. And, oh, wait, because I want second line to come out. So, wait. So it's, whoops. So it's Hughes, Kane, Chubarov, Pasternak, Bedard, Keller. I think that's right. And then we switch this, Chubarov, Hughes, Bedard, -3. Yeah. Okay. And here, Chubarov, Kane, Hughes, Bedard, Keller. Hughes goes down. Chubarov, Thompson, King, Keller, Bedard, Eberle. Do we go with Orlov or do we go with Duck? Let's go with Duck. 86, 85. So that's good. Quick stays in net. And now we're all back to normal. So if we lose, Quick comes out. If we win, Quick stays in. That rhymes, ha. We win, Quick stays in. Any injuries? No. Make sure Quick is playing. He is. So we're on game 5. We lost in OT. Now the question is, what do we do with goalies? So it's either we would play Mrazek both games, or we ride Quick to the end. And to be honest, this is a tough decision. So my gut instinct says to go with Mrazek. And the rationale is that Quick has lost 2 games in the series. So I don't know. I just don't think it doesn't feel like he technically deserves it. I don't know. This one's tough. In any case, I still have to do these first. So that was 83. That one, 82. 78 and 93. All right. No injuries. How has he done? 911 save percentage. So that's also right on the line of the decision. How were we during the regular season? I think this is going to be the tiebreaker on the decision. So in the regular season, he was 901. He was 912 with a better winning percentage. So as much as technically, based on my rules, we're supposed to play quick the next game, the problem is if we lose, then we would switch goalies in a game 7, which is a really rough circumstance for a goalie. I know this is a video game, but still, I would just treat this normal, like it would be the NHL. So, like real NHL, not a video game. Yeah. So, in this case, then we're just gonna roll the dice and see what happens in the final 2 games with Mrazek. He deserves it. He had the best regular season, so if we lose the round, we gave both goalies a shot, so I think it's most fair anyways. So let's see. Haig is injured. Thankfully, this is a quick fix because we have... I think I can do this, and then it'll hopefully do all of them. That's it. We won. Okay, so I guess, see, this is the thing, is like, again, it's not really stressful, but it's like, it just would be really crappy to have such a good team, President's Trophy, and then, lose in the first round. So as soon as you get to like game 6, the confidence kind of starts to go away. Cool. So that's good news. We won a round. That's a start. And it didn't go to game 7, which is nice. So we've gone over to Mrazek. The question now is, do we stick with Mrazek and Quick, or do we bring Wedgwood into the rotation? At the moment, I kept Wedgwood scratched, so we'll consider that because it's a new round. You got a bit more wiggle room, so we'll figure that out. But Oh, that would have been an away game, I think, right? Yeah. And a shootout win to come in for a game 6, man, that's pretty gutsy to pull that off. All right, so I don't need to do that May 15th, so that's pretty much a round and a half, it looks like, that he's out. It's just a broken nose. Most guys play with that, so I don't know why he needs to be out. That's the video game. All right, so the deciding factor here on what we do with the goalies is, I think, in the end, going to be, because I don't think he played more than one game in the last playoffs. No, he played 2 games, and he played okay. How was his regular season stats? Not that great. Man, he finished with an even winning percentage. That's not nearly good enough. Based on that, we shouldn't even give him a shot. So, as weird as it is, because I mean, technically I'm supposed to be on a 3 goalie rotation, because there's no real flexibility in the playoffs. We're going to chop off a goalie. And realistically, I mean, with the number of games you play, it doesn't really, I don't know. It's not, I think it's not all that important to do the same routine. And if anything, it's probably the opposite. It's better not to. Because as it stands, I mean, Quick won 3 games. So we could have actually rode him straight through the round. But anyways, I thought it was a better idea to switch. So we'll just run with the 2 goalies, I guess. See what happens. And I guess here we go. Round 2 starts with a win. That's good news. Anything to do here? No. Oh, actually, what I could do, I could do maintenance for concessions because we'll leave that where it is. Put this up. Yeah, we could do the repairs on concessions because whether it's being repaired or has a low rating, I think it's going to have the same impact on our sales. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is 7, 6, 82, and 7. All right, so what I think I'm actually going to do is if we lose this game, I won't do maintenance. But if we win this game, there's a chance that we win in 4. So I might as well do the maintenance. I think that makes sense. I mean, it's funny because, I mean, we're more focused on winning, but as a GM, at least in this game, it's something I technically have to monitor. So we save and let's see how we do in game 2. we lose. So that means we're going definitely to play that home game for game 5. So we won't do maintenance then. Parking. We're still selling out. It's 91, 90, 86, 501. Cool. Injuries, there shouldn't be any new ones at least. So we're still sticking with Mrazek. But it's going to be the same story as the previous round. We'll kind of figure out how the round turns out, and then Quick might be coming in, even if it isn't the back-to-back losses or 2 losses in 3. Cool. Okay, let's see. We won. That means Mrazek stays in still. Nothing to do there. Mrazek stays in. Save. Lost. So now for sure Mrazek's out because it's our normal procedure. Back-to-back losses or 2 losses in 3. So, and with the flow of the series, it's perfectly fine. It actually works out well. I mean, obviously, you don't want to lose games. But no biggie. See, it's funny because I think more about goalie rotations than whether or not we won. It's just kind of funny, I guess. But, I mean, all you can do is just manage, and the results are the results. So, I mean, I'm not playing the games, so. And the same thing in real life, honestly, as a GM, you just do what you do. Coaches have a bit more impact, but I'm choosing the lineup, but yeah, anyways. Let's see. 12-4. Holy jeez. That's pretty high scoring. A lot of goals against, but man, that's a lot of goals for. One thing, well, assuming we move on past this round, I'm going to consider, I'm going to take a look at the 4th line and see what's going on, because Beauvillier might come back in, because we haven't won as smoothly as we kind of should. Again, I have high expectations. I want to win the Stanley Cup every season. But also for, tweaking's sake, this one can go up still. Yeah, it might be a small tweak that actually gives us that extra bit of performance. Because who knows, maybe all the goals against are happening on our fourth line because I haven't checked stats. So we'll see. All right, update pricing. So that's 5, 4, 90, and 5. Okay. Injuries. Oh, whoops. So Quick is our current goalie, so he stays in. Save. Oh, and I'm supposed to be. Oh, yeah, I stopped doing scouting, anyways. Yeah, I won't bother thinking about it. All right, let's see. Quick is injured with a fractured collarbone. Oh, God, that's not good. That is not good. Because goaltending was a concern. It's also been a concern so far during these playoffs. And now it's especially a concern because we have a goalie with a fractured collarbone. Holy jeez, that's no good. Now it says the round's over, so that means we must have won. Haig is recovered. I won't get too confident yet, though. We got to see the win. Yikes. Oh, God. Fractured collarbone to Quick. That sucks. So now we're stuck with. I mean, Mrazek wasn't bad. He came in and he won and did okay. That sucks. Alright, let's see what's going on. So, that was an away game. And this is what I mean. So, our team is good. I mean, clearly, we won a President's Trophy. And technically, it's better than the previous season because we performed better in total. But, just my personal opinion on how we've done or how good our team is. Sorry, 1 sec here. That's 16 days for a fractured collarbone? Seems a bit early. But in any case, sorry, so what was I saying? Yeah, just visually, it doesn't feel like the team's as good as last season. I mean, when your second line center goes from Draisaitl to Thompson, I mean, there is a pretty significant drop off. Yeah, and our goaltending just hasn't been as good. But, okay, so I was saying I would take a look at our fourth line and see if there's any changes necessary. So Foligno, 2 points in 12 games, a bit low on the points, but fine. +2 is fine. 6 points in 12 games, +5 is great, actually. 7 points in 12 games, +3. So it's not our fourth line. 10 points in 12 games is great, but -2 is not. 7 points in 12 games is fine. -1, eh. 3 points is not good at all. But he's even. Huh. Does he have a fit with the third line? He does. See, and this was the thing about Doc, I was concerned. But he played well. The thing is towards the end of the regular season, he kind of dipped as well. I don't know. We got through rounds to change Doc to the fourth line seems maybe too bold. 9 points, 10 points, 13 points. So Kane's really doing great. First line is looking really good. Huh. What about defense? Is anything going on here? 9 points in 12 games is great. 8 in 12 is great. 8 in 12 is great. 2 plus 5 still minus 2. So there's been a dip in defensive performance since Haig came out. And exclusively from Zaitsev. So I think we're going to get rid of Zaitsev in the offseason because he hasn't played that great in the time that he's come in. Let's just make sure that Haig filled in correctly. Good. Mrazek is going to be our starter. I guess, we'll have to go with Wedgwood if things go south. We got no other alternatives, and Mrazek has been good, but not great. So Wedgwood, in theory, he's been good in wins, but not save percentage. You know what? In this case, this one's a tough one. Ooh, is it better to try to get a lead in this series? Yes. Than it is to come back. In worst case, we're going to be stuck with Wedgwood. It's better to try to start the series off good. So we're going to start with Mrazek. It's a tough one, but I think that makes the most sense because so in real NHL, teams that win one of the first 2 games tend to do especially well, and 2 of the first 3. All this stuff's kind of obvious, but it's especially important to get early wins. Is the long story, because as soon as you get behind, you're kind of really clawing back. So, so I think we're better off starting with Mrazek. I think if he, so, but Mrazek would have had to fill in for Quick because he obviously got injured at some point during the game, and they won in the end, or we won. I guess it's my team technically. Yeah, I'm just thinking how short of a leash do we give him? 1 game and then give Wedgwood a home game too? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Well, we won. Okay, so I think I'm going to try something different here. because we won, I think I'm going to give Wedgwood a start. The reason is we've got one win in the bag. And if we lose the second game, it's not the end of the world. That's fine, I guess. All right, so 99 worked, 98 worked, 94, and 509. So yeah, I think that makes sense. If we win, I'm not sure necessarily what I want to do, which is the problem about trying this. But I think he needs to get into a game, because if we need him later, it's better now than later in a series to at least have played. So, I mean, if he loses, for sure he's not playing the next game. If he wins, I think I'm going to still go back to Mrazek. Then if Mrazek loses, then Wedgwood comes in, even if he loses his first game, I think. So I think we're pretty much going to alternate goalies, is kind of, at least at this moment. It depends on performance in the end, but I think that's what we're going to start with. Pasternak, why do you got to get injured now? That sucks. Okay. Well, Doc hasn't been good. Bedard, 7 points, hasn't been great. 11 points. I think he can play on the first line. Not really. He can go on the second line. Can Kane go up? Yes. Thompson, yes. And Keller, yes. So let's reward the best player. So that's 10 and 14, 10 and 14, 15 and 14. So Kane's going up. Everly's been the best. He's going to go up. 8 and 14, 6 and 14, 3 and 14. Podkol's in fits, so he's going up. Foligno shoots left. It's obvious that Beauvillier is coming in. He's in left wing. Foligno plays both, so we'll flip him. But we don't even know the outcome of the game. That's unfortunate. All right, so Kane comes in. Everly is playing on the second line now, so we're going to switch this for Bedard. Oh, wait, no. So Thompson stays on, so it's going to be Thompson, Bedard, Keller, Slavin. Thompson, Bedard, Keller, Slavin. So that means we, I guess, keep it as it was. So Eberle stays here. Oh, and we need to change this. So I guess Kane set up, man. All right. Then here, finisher is, I think, Bedard in the end, but we'll have to check. It's Thompson? It's a bit wild. He goes from being a guy that could be off the line to a guy with a pretty big responsibility. I guess so. So finisher is Thompson. 4-2-3-2. And Bedard is both of those. Here goes, who is it? Oh, wait, no. So Eberle does go here. And it's Doc that replaces, whoops. There we go. Chubarov, Kane, and how does this work? So Chubarov, Kane is the setup guy. This one goes Bedard. Oh, but Thompson comes on. So Bedard's the setup guy. Finisher is not even on the line yet. So let's do that. Thompson comes on. He's the finisher. Carrier's Bedard. Keller, Slavin. I'm gonna flip this. Just because if they actually have that formation, it's better to have the defenseman on the far, well, in the defensive position basically. So this is Hughes, Kane. Slider, Dobson, yes. Chubarov. Kane came up to the first line. Chubarov. Wait. Eberle. So Thompson, Keller, Bedard, Chubarov, I guess. All right, and then we'll go Chubarov, Hughes, Bedard. This is I guess we'll go Kane, Hughes, Keller, Thompson, Bedard, Chubarov, Chubarov, Hughes, Kane, Thompson, Keller, Eberle, Bedard, Doc, and in this case we're gonna go with, I think the best performing defenseman was Slavin, 10 and 14. Yeah. So we'll do that. Extra attacker, Kane, and I guess Keller. Shootout. I mean, it's not relevant, but all right. Wedgwood. What did we just do? Well, we'll figure that out because I can't remember. So Wedgwood played, yeah. So Wedgwood lost, so that means we're pretty much riding Mrazek, I think. All right. Should we just, you know what, let's just repair it. Oh, I need to fix the rest here. Good. Parking. We'll leave that. Whoa, how'd it go down so far? 2, 3. We'll go down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to 3, 9, 8, and 5, 13. All right. See, this is, we're in such a rush spot now. See, this is the thing about, actually, and I'll have something else to say on about the goalies, but the thing that sucks about a goalie injury is how dramatic of an impact it has on a team. And especially because it's our best goalie, kind of, in our rotation at the moment. You could argue that Mrazek is kind of tied, but it's just his save percentage is not that great. So yeah, it sucks to have a goalie injury, but how perfect of an example. I mean, we could lose the series in the end, or eventually in the playoffs. But to think, you lose one of your two goalies, and if it's your starter and you only have two goalies, well, you're in rough shape. Here, we have technically, at least at this moment, two theoretical starters, Mrazek and Quick. Quick's injured. So kind of, we still have a starter. So that's the whole thing about three goalies. It really, it stabilizes your goaltending. I mean, it still sucks when you have an injury, but you still have something. Yeah, I mean, you still even have, still in theory, a backup goalie. So I like the three goalie idea. I think it really does a lot. Mrazek comes back in, wins, which is very helpful. Thank you, Mrazek. That was an away game, so we don't need to check those. If we had another goalie injury, that would just be horrendous. Oh my god. So it doesn't appear as though we'll ever have Pasternak back in these playoffs. And that is a huge loss. And I mean, it's the playoffs though, so every team has to deal with injuries. It's just not the guy we want to lose, but we have no choice in the matter. I was tempted to see if the other team has any big injuries, but really, I mean, there's nothing we can do about anything anyways, so just ignore it and play some hockey. Nice. So we're up 3-1, which is a good lead, but and that must have been an away game then, right? Yeah. But it ain't over until it's over. So don't get your hopes up too much. Oh, way to go, Mrazek. That's one thing I can say for sure. Yeah, I did do everything. Hey. Back-to-back Stanley Cup final, at the very least. So, that's good news. And we're against Vegas. Now, I am going to preview the series just for interest's sake. So here, parking, it's all good. Okay. So here's where the pricing change happens. And otherwise, I found the threshold for, well, the optimal price for Upper Bowl. The rest I didn't hit yet. That's okay. Where was I? 402,517. So I'm just writing myself a note for next playoffs. So I'm going to increase the prices by 5s. Because I didn't hit the optimal price for any of them. Well, at least the other 3, I only hit it for upper bowls. So, yeah, so I didn't maximize my returns, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so now we auto assign and see what we have as a starting point for the Stanley Cup final. So it leaped. You can see that it leaped up there. And I need to put a note here, just that the differentiating of the pricing. So 232 is the starting point, 313, 389, and 5. Oh, so that's what it was. So the Stanley Cup final, that's where I had the no fans for, I think it was game 1, because I upped the prices too much. What I'm going to try is to pump it up by 5. I forget how much I did last time. But we'll try 5 and go from there. So that's that. More than 5, I think, is risky. I think last time I tried 20, and obviously that was far too much. So that's done. Injuries. June 18, yeah, so there's no chance Pasternak's back. Quick is quite possibly going to play if we need him for one, but we might put him as a backup eventually at the end of the series, assuming he's healthy and assuming the series goes that long, so we'll see. So Mrazek comes back in. Save, and then we'll do a brief preview of the team we're facing. So, in the regular season, let's see where they sat. So Vegas was 4th in the league, 3rd in the West. Essentially tied for 3rd in the league, actually, because Vancouver had the same, and then it was the tiebreaker that changed it. They had a .4 goal differential. So not one of the best. Not bad either. So really we're essentially playing like the second best team in the league. More or less it's about the same. And really in the end there's not much more to preview beyond that. Just wanted to kind of see where they sat. So we will see how we do. OT loss in game 1. That's no good. Why did parking tank so much? Doesn't make sense. Let's change it to that. That's still the same. Sold out everything, so let's do uh, 20 94 18 and 7 202 6 4 5 6 and 402. All right, so at least we have a real baseline at the moment for the Stanley Cup final for pricing, so that's good news. I didn't think to check about Ottawa signing merchandise and concessions, but I just did it just in case, and it made no change. So let's see. No new injuries. .902 is not the worst in the world, but it's not very good. You kind of want to have, because like the league average in real life is 915, I believe. To be above 900, you can win games. It's good enough, but you really do want it 915 or something like that. Game 2. Quick is healed. It says fully healed, but I'm not going to adjust it yet. We'll give him another day. Another loss. So Quick, you feel like coming in and winning us the series? Because we kind of need you right now. Parking, that's fixed now. Let's do 4 for that. $5 for the rest. How much was that last one? Okay, so 525, 99, 23, and 42. All right. We did sim, yeah, right up to the next game. So is he actually, he is fully healthy with a fractured collarbone. That's surprising. Well, we 100% need him, and he 100% is coming in. He's healthy. I mean, in real life, you'd be concerned about if he's actually fully healthy, but it's a video game, and it says he's fully healthy. The game, I'm pretty sure, is going to treat him as fully healthy, so I will also treat him as fully healthy. So, come on, Quick. Save us the series. Oh, there's one win. And especially with Pasternak out, we really, well, it's super lucky that we even have quick back, so thankful for that. Yeah, we'll see. Quick wins too. We're back in it. It's even. But it's like I was saying. So when you lose, if you lose two of the first two games, you're really like it's a tough climb to come back. So um, we're back in the series, but it doesn't mean much at this point because um, technically they have the advantage. Well, I mean, at this point, in the end, they don't have the advantage anymore, but they have the advantage of having won two games already. And yeah, anyways, we'll see. We're up. Set ticket prices. So I think, so this is way off topic, which is why it's a bit annoying for them to bring up about our season tickets right during the Stanley Cup final. But I'm going to adjust the plan for next season. I had it as 50-50, 50 general marketing, 50 season tickets. Given that we're only at 95% at this point, and we should be higher, I think I was just about to do 80-20, but maybe we'll do, yeah, you know what? Let's just go 80-20. And on top of that, 80-20, the reason that kind of makes more sense is because we can sell season tickets at full price. Well, I'm assuming that the game does that because it doesn't tell us what it does the price as. So, yeah, so I think that's what we'll do, 80-20 season tickets. Okay, so we just had a home game, but I won't do that yet actually because it's still simming. So, yeah, so it was a home game. Let's have a look at this. It's all good. Season tickets. Can't change the pricing. Parking is. Why did this just completely tank? It was at 1,000 and then it goes to. Let's put it back down to here. I don't know. Sometimes the way this thing changes, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we still haven't hit the threshold for these, so let's go by fives. Let's go by two for that. We'll go by 8 for those. Oh, I'm supposed to write these down, my bad. So that was 46 minus 8 is 28, 404, and 530. Okay. so that's done. Injuries. I was going to say, wouldn't it be funny if Quick was injured? How horrible would that be? Need to make sure Quick is in net, which he definitely should be. And I was tempted to look at performance and change lines, but don't play with anything. Just ride it out and see what happens. That's my opinion. Let's see. Keller's injured. If we lost, it matters. If we won, it doesn't. So I'm going to first see what the result was, because then that decides if we do anything. Otherwise, yeah. Because, yeah, if we won, we don't need to do anything. We just continue through. We lost. Okay, so we do need to do something. Now we have two important forwards injured. We're going to have Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final. I don't want to. I don't like it. Oh, God. So, okay, so now we're stuck. We either put Zaitsev on the fourth line or we pull up a AHLer. We don't have any other injuries, I hope. I don't know if we even played the playoffs for our AHL team. Let's have a look. Oh, we're in the final. Huh. Well, how convenient. The problem is, though, is do we want to take a performing player from our... Well, I mean, obviously you prioritize the NHL. But is that guy going to be impactful as... Or are they going to be as impactful as just playing Zaitsev on the fourth line? Well, that's a tough question. All right, so how have you done? 15 points, is that correct for the playoffs? Yeah. So 15 and 22, 11 and 23, 18 and 23. Do we pull up a 77 overall, or do we play Zaitsev? And this guy hasn't played a game this season in the NHL. Go with, I guess, all the players that got you to the playoffs and the Stanley Cup Finals. So I think what makes the most sense is just let's reward Zaitsev for having played. I mean, not that great during the season. And not that great during the playoffs either, but he played. So reward him for having played. Because he at least contributed in theory to us getting to where we got, but ugh. All right, so the question now is, how do we balance these lines? Doc is up to 11 points in 23 games, so that means he's improved. He's still even, so he hasn't gone down. Bedard still minus, so he's basically stayed the same. But Colson hasn't produced more, and he's still a positive. So this one's a tough one. Duck would have to go to the first line. Kane would drop back down to the second. Everly's done pretty decent. 19 points for Thompson. So I think what's going to be the correct move is Doc to the first, Kane down. I guess so. "31 points in 23 games. Can we even put him to the second line? 26 points. 32 points. Yikes. Who's got the most? So 26. I mean, he's got less games, so 26 and 20. 32 and 23. 31 and 23. So I think we're going to do Kane down. But Doc can play center. This is tough. Hughes, which way does Doc shoot? Shoots right. Nah, you know what? Let's do this. Then, which way does... Oh, but that's 3 right shots. We don't have a choice. Too many righties. Okay, so Podkolzin, 10 in 23, 4 in 23, 8 in 23. Beauvillier hasn't been good since he came in. So Hinostroza has been the best, but to put him on the third line seems a bit crazy. 4 points versus 8 points. Foligno in the regular season did better, so let's just reward him. Then that way we can keep Hinostroza as center because we don't have a centerman on the last line. Zaitsev right, Beauvillier left. I mean, my lines are still pretty darn good, but that being said, just a contrast to remove Keller and Pasternak from your top 2 lines, like those are huge deductions, subtractions, however you want to put it. Yeah. Yikes. Oh, I just remembered. Another option is to double shift a guy. And Beauvillier hasn't played well either. I just got an idea. Why don't we just double shift 2 players? Beauvillier just doesn't play, and Zaitsev doesn't play, but they get dressed. Why not? Yeah, why not? Let's, and I mean, it's one game, it's a game 7. Play people, right to their last inch of life. So we're going to do Chubrov and Kane. Now the question is, do we just load the 4th line? Nah, we got to play these guys that have, done stuff. Chubrov's better at face-offs, though. Yeah. Yeah, you know what was I even thinking about? Yeah, that makes the most sense. Yeah, I was just gonna say at least. What am I thinking about playing sites that what in Beauvilliers hasn't played well? Just it's one game. Load all your top players on your fourth line and have at her. Okay, so we lost Keller. So what do we do here? What did we do with the first line? So Chubarov, Hughes, Doc. Chubarov, Hughes, Doc. Oh, our defensemen have done well. Actually, let's just wait before I do anything else. So Thompson, Bedard, Kane. Everly went up to the second line, I believe. So Bedard, Foligno can't come up. So, okay, so what it's going to have to be then is Everly goes there, Bedard goes to the first line. Bedard's better than Doc. So let's go with that. Orlov is a... What do we do here? So who's been 5 points, 3 points, 9 points, 5, 3, 9. Okay, so then what we'll do is Dobson comes up to the first. Play Doc on his strong side. And then this line will double up on our defenseman, but we'll use our best defenseman. Wait. We'll do that. Yeah. I think that makes the most sense. Okay, and then that means we need to change this again. Is Bedard better than Hughes? What was that? 6, 3, 5, 5. 6, 3, 5, 5. Pretty much the same, but we'll go with Hughes. Then here, Kane is the carrier and finisher. 3099. So I think it's going to be Everly. Yeah. So Everly's the setup guy. Man, we're really, compared to how we were, we're really stretching our lines thin to how I'd like to, at least. Okay, so Thompson, Kane, how do we do this one? Thompson, Kane, Everly, Slavin, I guess. Thompson, Kane, Everly, Slavin, Thompson, Kane, Everly, Slavin. Chubarov, Hughes, Dobson, Bedard. Oh. Wait, what is going on here? Everly, Kane. Chubarov, Hughes. Bedard. Whoops. Dobson. And all this for just one game, but I mean, it could make a difference. And that's a lot of line changes to make for one game, but all right, so that makes sense. Now, it was Hughes was yeah, so Hughes, Chubarov. Good, okay. So that's the power play. In this case, Hughes. You know what? Let's. Oh, but this will be the second line, I think. So we'll go Thompson. Who's with Thompson? Kane. So we'll go Thompson, Kane. Oh, and I just realized I'm over my 2 hours, but I mean, it's Stanley Cup Finals, Game 7, so we're going to finish this. Thompson, Kane is good. Then we're going to go Hughes, Chubarov, Bedard. Who's the best defensive guy left? I don't think we have many options. Felino, you are 86, 87. 86, 85, 81, 83. So then that means it's going to be Doc and Bedard. Doc has better face-offs. And we go Chubarov, Hughes, Bedard. This one is Hughes, Chubarov, Thompson, Kane, Bedard, Everly, Hughes, Chubarov. Then who was the? I think it's Doc, isn't it? From the normal 3 lines. Yeah. And then Kane, Thompson, Everly. I don't think these lines are ever going to be used because there's no 3-on-3, but whatever. Bedard. Is there even anybody else to play with Bedard? Podkolzin, I guess. Or do I just go with 3D? Or sorry, 2D. Yeah, why not? Bedard, Slavin, Orlov. Oh, this I do need to change because we could theoretically need an extra attacker. Kane, Chubrov for sure. Shootout doesn't matter. We'll still go through the motions. I guess it's Doc would be next up. Oh no, Eberle actually. Okay, quick. We're riding you straight through. You got us back into the series. We're going to give you game 7. So I believe that's everything I needed to do. Okay, so that's done. I just want to make sure Quick's in net. Yeah, it's funny that double shifting Chubrov came, but hey, it actually could make us an even better team. You never know. In theory, it should, but you couldn't do this for a whole season, that's for sure. Just wear and tear on players. Okay, so that's done, and I don't want to do it because I don't know what's gonna happen. Game 7, that sucks. Well, we won a Stanley Cup last season. If we don't win one, at least we got to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. So let's see. And it's at home, so we'll see. Quick gets injured in the last game. So that means Mrazek had to come in. So did Mrazek hold the net and get all the pressure right now? I don't want to continue through. So Mrazek had to come in relief of Quick in a game 7. God, that sucks. All right. Oh, well, I still don't even know the result. Why are you telling me that we decided that you're an integral part of our organization and decided to offer you $5.911 million a year for the next 4 years? That's a really good contract. So we still don't know the result of the Stanley Cup final, Game 7, with a goalie with our main goalie getting injured and having to have her backup replace him. And I'm talking, this is what I mean, is the timing of these things are so stupid. God. And what, are they going to make me decide on my contract before knowing what even happened in the Game 7? It looks like it. In any case, so now we're kind of getting on a side, we're getting really sidetracked from where we were at. I have to at least give this some consideration. So, just as a general comment, they're offering me $5.911 million a year as my salary as GM for 4 seasons. So, let's see what else. I wonder if all teams are offering me contracts? I guess because I've done so well. Oh, no. Okay, so it skips through it. Okay. So Anaheim 2.1 for 3 years. I just I won 3 President's trophies, a Stanley Cup, and then I got to Game 7. We don't know if we won the Stanley Cup yet, and this is why this timing is so stupid. Yeah, 2.1, no chance for 3 years. 5.4, what was Toronto's offer? 5.9. So well, in this case, it's probably a full rebuild for Boston. 5.4 for 4 years, yuck. 2.1, no chance. I mean, not that I care so much about the money, but I just built like a crazy good team, so 2.6 for 4, Calgary, nah. 1.5 for 4, Carolina, yeah. So all those, like the dollar figures, are just not competitive. Edmonton, 3.4. I don't really have any interest in Edmonton. LA, 4.2, 3 seasons. Do I want to go to LA? California? No, thank you. I mean, beautiful weather, but I don't know if I want to go to California. 5.911 for 4 years. See, this is the thing, low patience. Maybe I should be, like, look, patience, it's got way higher. So maybe that's something I should be considering. Oh, and also this answers the question about how long my contract is. So I guess it was 3 years. So I mean, LA's not a bad idea, just when it comes to patience. And why are you guys impatient? I just want you to stay on the cup. Maybe you should have a bit more patience, Toronto. So this is longest term and highest dollar figure. So Winnipeg Jets is my favorite team. Would I leave a team I just completely built to have to start from scratch, essentially? Only have 3 years and get paid less than half. As much as that's my favorite franchise, in this case, I'm sticking with Toronto. I mean, you're going to pay me. Yeah. I mean, it would be stupid to do anything else, to be honest, based on this. So I guess I'm sticking around in Toronto. I mean, maybe my performance might not get me re-signed. So in that, I think, to be honest, I'm just going to ride the franchise. Well, in this case, it's Toronto, but ride the franchise that I was with until I get fired. So, because the thing is, I built this franchise, and it's exactly as I would want. To go start from scratch again, it just doesn't make sense. So we'll take the deal. And we lost, if you didn't see. It went through quickly. We lost in Game 7. I think the score was 4-1, so that sucks. Oh, well. He got to Game 7. See, all this because of those major injuries. I wonder if they had any injuries. We can't check anymore. I guess a workaround would be to check their team stats. God, that sucks. Why do we have to lose Game 7? Vegas, we want... Why is it... Oh, I gotta go to, I guess, to this then. We want Vegas. So Horvat might have been injured. Stone might have been injured. So actually they had some, I mean, not crazy, not as significant as, you could say Stone is pretty close. Horvat's kind of similar. So, you know what? I guess they faced similar injuries. Maybe the timing was different, but who was their goalie? Leonard, and he played well. See, the problem is even Quick, his save percentage was pretty horrendous. So I think in the end, yeah, and Mrazek lost the first 2 games, so we might clean house for goalies, is the truth. Because that was, I think, our Achilles heel. And again, keep in mind, Quick got injured in the Game 7, so it just kind of sucks. So, actually, is it going to tell us who won? No, not yet, I guess. The player awards. So that just sucks that we got all the way to Game 7 and then we're still in this series. So you know what? We can send down at the very least Chubarov, because maybe we can at least win an AHL championship out of this. Who can move down? Anybody? No, even Chubarov would be claimed, or well, technically. Well, it would be when you'd pull him back up, but because it doesn't say no, I'm just not going to bother. So we'll let the AHL do whatever the AHL does, because I don't really get involved anyways. So, but we now know that I'm with Toronto for the next 4 seasons. God, that sucks that we didn't win Game 7 there. Calgary beat us in the AHL. So we got the 2 finals and lost. So at least the one thing, our AHL defensemen, they did quite well, and so we might have some guys stick around in the end. Do we... I should save this, I guess, at this moment. Oh, the trophies have been awarded, so I guess what we'll do is we'll sim up to off season and yeah, we'll take a look at the awards after, I guess. We'll get through the off season. How much did the cap increase? I don't even know. Oh, before I keep simming, let's just double check about the draft class. Yeah, so no franchise guys. So that's not important. I don't care. Retirement. Let's see who retired. Simmons retired, so we might actually get him as a scout in the end if he decides to go that route. Goalies, anybody? Surprised Quick didn't retire. Following coaches. So do we have anybody for us? So we have one guy from our AHL team, which is probably a guy we didn't want, so that might be good news. But otherwise our coaching is the same, so that's good. So Simmons did not become a scout. So we didn't gain him. I'm not doing any interviews. The draft, I don't think I have anything to do. Should I just go into it just in case? I didn't sign Quick for 2 years, did I? That's for the next draft, I think, right? Surplus. Oh, this is wants, so it's the opposite. I still can't get over we lost in Game 7. That sucks. Game 7 Stanley Cup final. See, that's what I mean is like the team was pretty darn close to the previous seasons, but yeah, I think we were just a hair off, and I think it came through. Maybe our goalies weren't good enough, but it's pretty much similar concepts. Okay, well, let's just go through the draft and see, because I don't think I have anything I need to trade. 2026, so that's next season. So, oh, and I forgot to see about, actually, let's just check here. Did the Pittsburgh guys retire? Malkin, no. Crosby, no. Still, eh? So in that case, should I just try to trade for it now? Hey, since I'm already in here, might as well. What can I get back with it? Second round pick? Doubt it. Third. Oh. Yeah, that is next. Do I want? Yeah. I guess next season is fine. we could actually improve, so get that draft pick and get a 7th round pick would be nice. I guess not. Would you give me a unsigned player? If you have any. You do 20, 57, 21. 2168, I guess. Whoops. Oh, that's not the 1st round pick I want. This is why you double save things. Sweet, so we just did 1 for 1 and moved down a year. That sounds great to me. I guess maybe I could have targeted a weak team for next season, but I know as soon as those guys retire from Pittsburgh, their team's going to be junk because losing Malkin and Crosby and then the cap space, and anyways, they're not going to be able to fill it up and have a good team and all that. So that's why I'm doing that. Yeah, that's all we really need to do. There's nothing else. So we'll just sim through the rest of the draft. Because the draft, anytime you're on a deadline or whatever, it's never a good time to be doing trading. Always do it ahead of time. Following coaches have expiring contracts on your team. Let's just go and look. So who was it? Do we want to keep them even? Associate coach. CCB AAB CCB AAB CCB AAB. I don't even know if I want to. Do I want to? This is asking too much. I just had a Stanley Cup final. I don't want to deal with this right now. Oh, it was our goalie coach that retired, I guess. CDDACB. So him we're not re-signing, that's for sure. I think. Worst case, we could get him on free agent coaches, whatever. CCC ABB. Huh. Oh, it doesn't tell us team fit? Well, that doesn't help. Oh, he doesn't have good chemistry, so he's got mediocre chemistry with the head coach. Well, I mean, again, worst case, we can re-sign him. So I guess let's just let him go. And again, the AHL doesn't matter so much, so we'll just leave it as is, and try to find better coaching chemistry, maybe better people, maybe even re-sign. We'll figure it out. Why? I don't want to deal with this right now. And it doesn't even tell us. Oh, yeah, it says under re-sign scout. No, these C's will release you. And again, we can always re-sign. If they're available, we'll re-sign you. Whatever you guys are asking for, you can have. See, on this side of things, I don't really care so much. Did we get everybody? Cool. Stop with all these things. We're supposed to be done the stream already. I wanted to end the stream. Contracts, 2 skaters, restricted free agents, no goalies. Sure. Save. And this is my least favorite part of franchise mode is the off season, because there's so many things that you could easily miss or forget, because there's a lot of moving parts all at once. Like I mean, in real life, you'd have like assistant, whatever, GM helping you deal with one thing and another thing. It's just, I don't know. All right, so who do we have to re-sign? So we can't negotiate. Oh yeah, so then it's nobody of any significance. Yeah, it's all these AHL depth guys, nobody of any importance. Yeah, you want to, I bet you anything, watch this, he's going to want, yeah, some stupid money that he doesn't deserve. No chance, quick. And you're almost 40 years old, so sorry, we're releasing you. But anyways, we're going to deal with that next stream. I just wanted to have a look. Okay, so the thing we'll end with is, let's take a look at the awards. So Stanley Cup, unfortunately, we couldn't win back-to-back, but we got to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. So a bit annoying, but whatever. We got President's Trophy 3 seasons in a row, so that counts for something. We won Prince of Wales Trophy 2 seasons in a row, so that counts for something. Individual awards. Did anybody from Toronto win anything? Vegas, their coach won back-to-back coaching awards. Draisaitl, a guy we traded. So nothing. We got no awards. Just the team ones for the most part, which are the only ones that really matter in the end. So, who won the Conn Smythe? I missed that. I didn't pay enough attention. Hartman? Hartman? Who? What? How many points did he have? Hartman? Where is he on the list? This isn't computing with me here. Is he not showing up because he changed teams or something? It must be the case. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. So what I have a feeling is the case is that, but that doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna make a note to go and look at that, see what his stats were, because maybe it's a glitch. Or it's because he changed teams and so it doesn't track his how he did, or I mean, like, so sorry, he is unsigned or something. I don't know. Anyways, that just doesn't make sense. He couldn't have been like a point per game. Like, look, Hughes was 33 points in 24. I think the game, to be honest, I bet you can assign Conn Smythe to the losing team because it probably could have and maybe should have been Hughes. I have a feeling that's the case, and then it causes some sort of glitch. But well, I guess we'll figure that out as soon as we know which team Hartman's with, and then we can take a look at his stats and figure out if that's actually what happened, or if maybe he was the best player in the playoffs. Who knows? So anyway, just an unfortunate end to the season to go to. Well, I mean, it's obviously still in the list of accomplishments, but well, I guess we could have gotten eliminated in earlier rounds, so it's not the end of the world. But Stanley Cup final, Game 7, and we lose. Sucks, but whatever. We'll see again next season. The good thing is that our team is stable. So most of these guys we have for a number of years, and it's only some minor tweaks. I think in the end that's going to happen. So, and then on that note, actually, let's see. So the cap didn't increase that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18. So we have 18 players under contract plus 2 goalies. So that's 20. So actually we have more or less $5.8 million to spend on a pure improvement to the team. Now, we might make some other moves. So in the end, we'll probably have a feeling we're actually going to trade Doc. And it's $3.3 million. So you add that to the 5, and we kind of can add an $8 million player from free agency. And I think that's probably what we're going to do. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I was just interested to see. So that means the cap must have increased by somewhere around, it's got to be something like 2 to 3 million. So anyways, so we got lots of cap space. We'll probably be a better team than the team that won the Stanley Cup the previous season, not this past season. So I think we're going to have a really good shot at a cup, and then whoever we get, assuming we can sign them to some sort of reasonable term, then we might have a really good team. And then we might make a couple more moves, maybe pick up another player. I think in the end our third line is going to be like a really stellar team. Yeah. Or third line's going to be really good, and we're going to have a stellar team. So anyways, yeah. I think this was kind of like almost a rebuild year because of the contracts that were expiring, because we just wanted to get a competitive team off the hop, and so we did, and now we kind of stabilized, and so we'll move forward with a better team, I think. So anyways, we'll leave it there. If you like the stream, hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, turn on notifications. The channel homepage has upcoming streams at the moment, nothing planned. So we'll figure out that probably once, I think I said yesterday. We still have a few big name players to be signed, so I'll probably wait until they're all signed and then do a stream kind of covering those. Outside of that, I don't know what else I have planned for the off season. I'll have a look at my list of things, maybe schedule some other things, we'll see. But yeah, so that's for things that can be scheduled ahead of time in the platform. Franchise mode, I can't. I have to do it as like on the spot is when I start the stream. And the schedule for franchise mode is in the About section of the channel. That runs Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then Be a Pros whenever I have time or feel like it. And any comments, leave them in the comments. Any suggestions, same thing. And we will see you guys tomorrow, continuing franchise mode and going through the off season here. Probably we'll only get a portion of the way through. And yeah, it's probably a couple streams away is going to be the start of the next season. But anyways, so thanks for tuning in. Sucks we didn't win another cup, but we got to the final in Game 7. If that's a consolation, but I don't know if it is. I almost rather would have lost sooner. Because it sucks losing in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. But anyways. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys